He wanted to come through the back door.
Major Aliyu.
Yes, my lord.
You have affirmed to speak the truth and nothing but the truth.
I do, my lord.
Yes. Now, you took over the affairs of Chief Abiola, the custody. When?
My lord, there are technicalities here.
Beg your pardon?
There are technicalities here.
Yep.
Technically, handing over is supposed to be the date the handing over note is signed.
Yes.
Major Mustafa gave me his handing over note on 4th July.
1st.
4th July, yeah.
Yes.
Now, if we follow the technicalities, that means I took over 4th July. But then, he was already withdrawing from the work of the CSO.
Yeah.
And I can't afford to see my boss being left like that. Somebody have to take charge.
Yes.
So I took charge and started preparing the ground before the official handing over.
Yes. Do you know when General Abacha died?
Yes, my lord.
On the 8th of June. Between the 8th of June and the 4th of July, 1998, who was in charge of the custody of the late Chief MKO Abiola? Effectively.
Effectively?
Yes.
It could be Mustafa.
Should be.
It should be Mustafa.
But who was? Ordinarily, it should be Mustafa. But who was in charge?
I was.
Yes. So you took over the management or the custody of Chief Abiola on the 8th of June, 1998. Is that correct?
Yes, my lord.
Yes. For a month, you were in charge of Chief Abiola's affairs.
Yes, my lord.
Who were his doctors at this material time? Who were the doctors treating Chief Abiola, to your knowledge?
Those details were not handed over to me.
Yeah.
And when I was with Chief Abiola, the only thing he told me was he fell down and his leg is swollen.
Yes.
And that he has been complaining for them to bring a doctor to come and see him. So I said, Chief, why don't we bring a doctor to come and see Dr. Refalomo?
From Lagos.
From Lagos. He said, young man, that's good. I would like that. I said, okay, we'll make that arrangement. And we are making the process of that arrangement. That was why his family came to see him. You were supposed to see him next after his family.
Major.
Yes, my
For
lord.
1 month, you could not get his doctor from Lagos to visit him for 1 month.
Depending on when he told me he was sick.
When did he tell you he was sick?
He told me about towards the end of June or middle June.
Yeah. So he told you towards the end of June or middle June.
Yes.
Can you be specific? That's about 15 days interval.
Something like that.
About middle of June.
Yeah.
And you could not arrange that. Is that correct?
He told me it's nothing serious. He showed me his leg that is swollen, that he fell down. And
now,
he has been falling down with that swollen leg for the past how many months?
Yeah. According to the Americans with whom you visited Chief Abiola,
yes, my lord,
it showed the delegation his still swollen ankle as at the 7th of July.
Yes, my lord.
His ankle was swollen.
Yes, my lord.
And when you took over June 8th, he also showed you his swollen ankle. Is that correct?
He did not show me on June 8th.
When did he tell you? 15th?
I told you, I can't remember exactly, towards the end of the month.
I just want us to confine ourselves to what you can remember. Did he tell you he had hypertension?
He did not tell me.
Okay. Now, do you know that as soon as General Abubakar Absalami took over, he released all political prisoners, including convicted coup plotters? Are you aware of this?
I'm aware, my lord.
Are you aware that Chief MKO Abiola was the only detainee that was left in detention in that category? Are you aware?
I wouldn't be aware. I don't know, because I don't know the number of politicians that were in custody.
Okay. Now let's come to what you know.
Yes, my lord.
You did say that Dr. Refalomo never requested to visit Abiola.
Not to me.
Yes. Well, you were in charge of the security of the head of state.
Yes, my
Do
lord.
you have anything to do with doctors visiting detainees? That part of your functions?
No.
Of course. Now, the delegation that visited Chief Abiola on the 7th of July,
Yes, my lord.
as the American delegation,
Yes, my
led
lord.
by Under Secretary Thomas Pickering. Are you aware?
Yes, my lord.
Now, on the 7th of July, 1998,
Yes, my lord.
you requested that delegation to address a press conference in Abuja to announce the death of Chief Abiola. Is that
No,
correct?
no, my lord, it's not correct.
Did the government, to your knowledge, request the delegation
No, my
to
lord.
do that?
No, my lord.
What specific request, other than telling the family, was there any other request made on that delegation?
Not to my knowledge.
Why was it impossible for the government to break the news to the family? Why did you have to recruit the foreigners to do it?
The government broke the news to the family.
Very good. So you didn't request the delegation to do anything for you?
No.
Very good. Now, between you and Susan Rice, there was an argument over who would break the news to the family. Is that correct?
No, my lord, it's not correct.
Not correct?
Yes, my lord, it's not correct.
But in your evidence in chief, you did say that Susan Rice offered.
But there was no argument.
There was no argument. But Susan Rice offered to break the news to the family. Is that correct?
It was being the only lady there and
Oh,
being,
very good. Very good. Now, after breaking the news to the family,
which the CNC did himself.
yes, the American delegation addressed a press conference in Abuja, to your knowledge. Is that correct?
Yes, my lord.
Mr. Thomas Pickering said in the text of the press conference that Abiola died of natural causes. Are you aware?
Yes, my lord.
The president, the commander-in-chief of the armed forces at the material time, General Abdulsalami Abubakar,
Yes, my
made
lord.
a broadcast to the nation following the unfortunate death of Chief Abiola
Yes, my
and
lord.
told Nigerians that Chief Abiola died of natural causes. Are you aware?
Yes, my lord.
Are you aware that on the 8th of June, on the 8th of July, the American president, then, Bill Clinton, sent a condolence message to Nigeria where he also attributed the death of Abiola to natural causes?
Yes, my lord.
Yes. Now, the doctors that later came to conduct the autopsy also arrived at the same conclusion, natural causes. Are you aware?
Yes, my lord.
Yes. Now, the discussions between Chief Abiola and the American delegation
Yes, my lord.
centered on the June 12th mandate. Are you aware of this?
My lord, here they have not even started anything concerning discussion. They just introduced the issue. And the question people asked him was, so something like, what do you intend to do, or what do you intend to do with your life, or something like that if you live here? That was the beginning. That was what they started. That was the only statement. And the chief avoided answering it once. Then the second time he wanted to answer, the coughing started. So he did not answer anything. They did not discuss. I don't know they discussed anything about June 12th or anything.
Yeah. So before the American delegation asked him, what role will you want to play in the politics of Nigeria after your release? That was what they asked him.
Well, maybe. I can't remember exactly.
No, but you were just telling us now. What can you remember?
My lord, it's a long
Discussion.
time. It's
You are an
a-
intelligent officer.
I am.
Major Aliyu.
I am.
Aliyu. They did ask him, upon your release, because his release was imminent. Is that correct?
Yes, my
They
lord.
asked him, what role will you want to play in the politics of Nigeria? Can you remember that?
Probably. I can't remember exactly.
Yeah. So you can also not remember that before that question was asked, he was asked to forgo his mandate. Therefore, what role will you want to play?
I can't remember if he was asked that. But
Okay. What can you remember precisely?
I don't think he has asked that.
You don't think you heard that?
Yeah.
Was the politics of Nigeria discussed at all? Between
I
them?
told you they exchanged pleasantries.
Yes.
Which took most of the time.
Yes.
And immediately he just asking that particular question. Chief did not even start talking.
Okay.
Then when he talk, he cough. He talk, he cough.
Yeah.
Then the whole thing went haywire and the whole problem started.
Yeah. You did say that the service chiefs had visited Chief Abiola before the American delegation.
Some of them, yes, my lord.
Yes. When was this?
Within the month of June. I can't remember the dates.
Yes. That would be about the 2nd and the 3rd of July.
July?
Yes. 1998.
If you say so.
Yeah. Chief Emeka Onyaku visited him on the 5th of July. Are you aware of this?
I know Chief Emeka Onyaku visited him, but I can't remember the date.
The United Nations Secretary General, Kofi Annan, visited him on the 4th of July. Can you remember that?
Yes, I know he visited him. I can't remember the date.
The discussion between Chief Abiola and these powerful men at home and abroad centered on the June 12 mandate. Are you aware of this?
I'm not aware.
You are not aware?
Yes, my lord.
What did Chief Abiola discuss with the service chiefs, to your knowledge? You can't remember?
I can't remember.
What did he discuss with Kofi Annan, to your knowledge?
I'm not aware.
Emeka Onyaku, Major Aliyu.
Yes, my lord.
Are you aware Kofi Annan addressed a press conference in Abuja where he announced that Chief Abiola had given up his mandate? Are you aware of this? You're not aware?
Well, I knew he has given out a press statement,
Yes.
but I didn't know the details.
Yes. Are you aware that Chief Emeka Onyaku also addressed a press conference in Lagos where he gave the impression that Chief Abiola had given up the June 12 mandate?
I know he came with people and they snap pictures, and I know he gave press conference.
I will come to the photograph now. I'm asking what you can remember.
I don't know the details.
Good. Now, since you were in these meetings, did Chief Abiola, to your knowledge, give up his mandate, June 12 mandate, to your knowledge? Did he?
To my knowledge?
Yes.
I don't know.
You were in the meetings?
I don't know. I was sitting
I'm
outside.
saying to your knowledge.
Yeah, to my knowledge.
Did he give up the mandate?
To my knowledge, I don't know. I still stand, I don't know.
Okay. So you can't remember what Abiola discussed with any of those who visited him?
That's not my business.
Major Aliyu,
I can't remember.
Major Aliyu,
Yes,
you were
my
able
lord.
to remember in details all events that took place before those discussions and after.
Yes, my
But
lord.
those ones you can't remember. You
Yes,
don't want
my
to
lord.
remember.
I can't remember them.
Very good, Major. Now, you did say that you took part of the tea. Let him have a look at Exhibit 2. You took part of the tea that Abiola was served. Is that correct?
I took?
Did you take?
No.
Very good. Now, you did not take part of the tea.
I did not.
Do you know who prepared the tea?
The stewards and cooks in Aguda House.
Yes, but the tea was served by a member of the American delegation, to your knowledge.
Yes, my lord, because the steward have already left before he requested.
Very good. In all your experience in the security department, can you remember any single incident where a foreigner gave food or tea or water to a detainee in Nigeria? Any incident?
My lord, the situation and the setting.
Can you remember one incident?
No, my lord.
No, my lord. Now, did the delegation, did the members of the international team of doctors, did they interview you?
They did not, my lord.
So, it is not correct, as they claim in their report, that they spoke to all those who were with Chief Abiola when he died. So it is not correct.
Well,
you've read it out.
Let me see the place. Where is it?
Yes. So they never spoke to you?
They did not speak to me.
So it is not correct that they spoke to everybody who was present? It is not correct?
Did they say it, yeah?
Yes.
Can I see the place?
Yes. Have a look at Exhibit 2. Paragraph 2. In addition, can you read paragraph 2?
Which one is that? The report?
Page 2, Exhibit 2. You had read it
I read
beautifully.
it, yeah. Is it the opinion or the letter you are talking about?
Yes. The letter of August 2. Your lawyer directed your attention to it.
In reaching our conclusion,
Yes.
a number of sources of information were used. All available documented medical history of Chief Abiola was reviewed. In addition, witnesses who were present at the time of collapse
And
during the period of attempted resuscitation,
yes,
as well as medical personnel who treated Chief Abiola and some family members were interviewed.
So that is not correct.
Why? They did not say all. They said some.
With not all available.
Yes, all available documents.
Just a minute. In addition, witnesses who were present at the time of collapse, just a minute, were you spoken to? They didn't speak to you.
I was not spoken to.
You were the main witness because you brought Abiola to them. You also led them to take Abiola to the hospital. So they never spoke to you. That is the point I'm making.
My lord, do you know there was a senior government official there?
I know, but did they speak to you? Did they speak to you?
They did not.
They did not. Thank you very much. Now, if you look at Exhibit 2, which you have read copiously from, it's not really, page 11. On gastrointestinal system of Abiola. Gastrointestinal system, page 11.
Yes, my lord.
Paragraph 2.
Yes, my lord.
Just listen. The stomach, small and large intestines are markedly distended with gas post-mortem.
My lord, excuse me. Where is the place?
Gastrointestinal system.
Okay, gastrointestinal system.
Can you see that?
Yes, my lord.
Can you read the first 3 lines, sentences?
The oral cavity is unremarkable with no evidence of trauma.
Yes.
The esophagus is unremarkable.
Yes.
The stomach, small and large intestine are markedly distended with gas.
Yes. But otherwise unremarkable.
But otherwise unremarkable.
Yes, next sentence. The stomach contains?
The stomach contains a small amount of yellowish mucous material, possible swallowed sputum.
Yes. Now, when last did Abiola, when was he fed last? Before the 7th of July? Because there was no food in his intestine. According to the doctors, when last did you feed Chief Abiola? Before the 7th. You were in charge.
You see,
you were in charge. When last?
They brought him, they normally give him his food.
You were there?
I don't have to be there.
No. To your knowledge, when last was Chief Abiola fed? Because these doctors are saying we broke the intestine. Only mucus.
I don't know when he was fed last.
Yeah, thank you. I don't know when he was fed last.
And he did not complain to me when we were in the vehicle that he has not eaten.
Do you know the doctors that recommended the drugs that were found in his possession? Do you know the doctors?
I don't know.
Yeah. Do you know that Dr. Yakasai, a gynecologist, do you know he was he's a gynecologist?
I know, my lord.
Do you know that he treated Chief Abiola before you took over his affairs? Was the one treating him? Do you know that?
I'm not aware of that, my lord.
Did he complain to you, Chief Abiola, that Yakasai was the one treating him?
No, my lord, he did not tell me.
Now, who took over his medical affairs then, for the 1 month you were in charge? Who was in charge? You don't know?
Nothing was handed over to me, and I don't know.
So no doctor treated Abiola for the 1 month, to your knowledge?
Witness,
yes,
we listened to you in chief.
Yes,
you were fluent and forthcoming.
Yes,
Now,
my lord.
cross-examination. Sometimes you were giggling. I don't know what was amusing you. And you don't remember. It's a litany of I don't know, I don't remember. Please help us.
Yes, my lord. My lord, you see, this role is not supposed to be for CSO. This late chief was supposed to be handled by the police and the
You're
court.
supposed to be chief intelligence officer.
Yes, my lord.
We've met somebody who was there before you,
Yes, my lord.
and we can assess him.
Yes, my lord.
Don't tell me that you are so daft. They shouldn't have put you there.
Major Aliyu,
Please help us.
please help Major Aliyu.
Yes, my lord.
Who was the doctor in charge of Chief Abiola between the 8th of June and the 7th of July, to your knowledge? Because on the 7th, you called Dr. Wali when there was an emergency.
Yes, my lord.
Who was the doctor treating him?
I don't know.
You don't know.
Yes, my lord.
Okay. Now, you did say that, and this was on the 5th of July,
Yes, my lord.
that Chief Anyaku visited Chief Abiola in the company of the CGS then, Vice Admiral Ahigbe.
Yes, my lord.
They took photographs with him. Is that correct?
Yes, my lord.
Those photographs were printed in Abuja here at the insistence of the government. Is that to your knowledge?
I didn't know that, my lord.
They were published in the papers, those photographs.
I've seen them in the papers too, my lord.
So you don't know they were published in the papers?
I didn't know.
Do you know of any incident where a detainee in Nigeria was photographed, was asked to pose for a photograph while in detention? Do you know of any incident?
No, my lord.
No, man. Now, the CGS was appointed when, to your knowledge?
I can't remember the exact date.
The head of state, General Abubakar, was appointed as head of state when, to your knowledge?
9th June.
9th June.
Yes, my lord.
When was his deputy appointed?
I can't remember the exact date, but it's somewhere in June, sometimes in June.
It was, will I be correct in saying it was appointed on the 10th of June?
Sorry?
10th of June?
I can't remember the exact date.
Okay. Now, between the time he was appointed and the 7th of July, I put it to you that was a period of about 3 weeks. You can't remember?
My lord, I can't remember.
Was he appointed on the 7th of July, to your knowledge? The day Abiola died? Was that the day he was appointed?
No, he was not appointed that day.
Where was he reporting before that date? Why did he ask for a key that day? Where was his office between the time of his appointment and the day of the incident?
My lord, I don't know.
You don't know?
Yes, my lord.
Thank you very much. So he was not reporting in the villa. To your knowledge, he was not reporting in the villa?
He was reporting. Sometimes I see him in the CNC's office.
Yes.
So I remember he traveled to go and hand over his office.
Very good.
And one or two couple of times with the CNC, mostly.
Yes.
Hold it. What did you say? You remember? You remember something now?
Yes, my lord.
No, let's hear what you remember.
That's what I remembered, sir. He was coming to the office. He was coming to the CNC. I used to see him in the CNC's office. Most times they are in the CNC's office and the conference room upstairs.
So he was running his office from the conference room or the CNC's office. Is that what you want this commission to believe? Is that correct? He didn't go to his own office?
Yes, my lord.
He didn't go to his own office?
He has not taken over his office then.
Yes. You see, where I'm going is this. The withdrawal of SADC at the material time. You understand me? So that I can put your mind at rest.
Yes, my lord.
I am not accusing you of having murdered Chief Abiola. What we are trying to find out is who did what at what time, in the interest of justice and the truth. Now, the Chief of General Staff telephoned you. Is that correct?
No,
on the
my
7th?
Lord. No, my lord.
Who gave you the information on the 7th that the key to his office was needed? Who?
His own chief security officer. His own security officer.
Yes. What's his name?
Lieutenant Commander Matthew
Yes.
found
Phone
out.
you.
He did not phone me.
What did he do?
They talk over the radio and call Zadok to come and open the office.
Yes. That was what happened that day.
Yes, my lord.
Yes. Now, on that date that Zadok left, nobody tasted the tea before Chief Abiola took it. Nobody, to your knowledge.
Yes, my lord.
Nobody. Now, are you aware that, from your experience, that food, water, and whatever that is meant for detainees is usually tasted? Even if the relations bring food or anything. That is the normal practice. Do you know that?
I don't know. I have not seen it in writing.
Now, Major Aliyu.
Yes, my lord.
Major Aliyu.
Yes, my lord.
The service chiefs at the material time were in different parts of the country
Yes, my lord.
by the virtue of their positions. Some were in Lagos, some in Kaduna, and others. Is that correct?
Somewhere in Lagos, somewhere in Abuja, not in Kaduna.
Yeah. On the day, on the 7th of July, all the service chiefs were in Abuja, to your knowledge. To your knowledge.
Yes, my
because
lord.
you said they met. I put it to you that they were waiting for the report of Abiola's death. That was why they were in Lagos, to your knowledge. I mean in Abuja.
No, they schedule a state council meeting. They don't just schedule a meeting like that.
Are they members of the Council of State, to your knowledge? Service chiefs, to your knowledge?
They were.
They were.
Yes, my lord.
Not governors, the CNC, are members of the Council of State under the military?
My lord, if I will request that I should be confined to my role as
No,
CSO.
I'm going to confine you to what you know. Because you were the chief security officer to the head of state. If you don't know, simply say you don't know. Do you know that service chiefs were not members?
Hold it. What did he say? Should consult who?
He said he wants to be confined to what he knows.
Oh, what he knows?
Yes.
Not what I know, my lord.
How much do you know? Nothing. All right, confine it to what he
Now, you do not know that service chiefs were not members of the Council of State. You do not know.
That's not my job, my lord.
That is not your job. Good. Now, let's come to your job. You said that the Chief of General Staff, Vice Admiral Aigbe, came to the Asoro Clinic and was going to break down, but in order to avoid embarrassment before members of the American delegation, you persuaded him to leave. Is that correct?
I did no, my lord.
What happened?
I did not say he was going to break down.
What was he going to do?
But he was looking confused, and in that stage, I don't want us to portray a bad image of the nation.
Yes. Abiola had not died at that stage.
No, my lord.
Yes. Now, when you said that you did not trust Zadok,
Yes, my lord.
you left Abiola's life in the hands of Zadok.
With checks and balances, my lord.
Yes. But when it came to the question of money, the feeding allowance,
Yes,
you
my
took
lord.
that over. You didn't trust him in that respect.
Yes, my lord. On the other side, I will tell you, if I may digress here.
Yes?
He don't have the powers to pick chief out of that house
Yeah.
without the CO knowing, and the CO deploy guards physically on the ground who is in charge of the place. So
Yeah.
if that does go, they only know him and they allow him and they will stand with him and he come out.
Yeah. Now, before Zadok was posted to manage Abiola for 2 years, between 1996 and 1998,
Yes, my lord.
he was already accused of involvement in arms dealing and illegal killing of citizens of this country, to your knowledge. Is that correct, according to you?
Yes, my lord.
So, you put Abiola in the hands of a killer. Is that correct?
My lord, I learned about this information after he left. The whole unit was posted away.
From
that was
who?
when normally information flows
So you can't remember who gave you the information?
Well,
You can't.
sources must be protected.
Yeah. Now, do you know of any incident? Okay. Now let's just, you said the villa. Nobody could arrest anybody in the villa.
Yes, my lord.
Do you want this honorable commission to believe that even those who were accused of murder of innocent citizens in town, once they were in Aso Rock, they were immune from arrest and prosecution? Is that correct?
Depending on the person in charge.
Yes. But when you were in charge, Zadok was protected.
I didn't know he was having that case, and the police did not ask me.
Yes.
But before I came, I learned that they even wrote letters requesting
Do
for
you know
him.
Rogers?
I know Rogers.
He was not with you?
He was.
Don't you know that he was also alleged to have killed certain people?
I didn't know.
He has confessed before this commission in Lagos
That
that he killed Kudira and others.
I don't know. It was in his confession that I'll come to learn about it, or after we left office.
But during the reign of General Basha, to your knowledge,
Yes, my lord.
there were reported cases in the papers
Sure.
that Major Mustafa was in charge of a killing squad in Abuja. Didn't you read about that?
I read it, my lord.
But Zadok was in the BG, to your knowledge?
No, he was part of the police unit, my lord.
Yes, posted to handle that situation with the BG.
Yes, my lord.
So you knew that he was a killer?
I didn't know he was a killer.
Okay.
I knew him as a policeman.
After he had left Aso Rock, you then knew?
Yes, my lord.
Okay. Now, let's just get across to this one. The American delegation,
Yes, my lord.
Susan Rice, informed the family, according to you in your evidence in chief,
No.
after General Abubakar had,
She was together with the CNC when he broke the news to them.
yes, after the CEC had broken the news,
Yes, my lord.
Susan Rice then tried to convince the family that there was no foul play,
She
according to you in your evidence in chief.
My lord is asleep. She condoled the family and passed the normal pleasantries.
And did not say that there was no foul play. She didn't say that.
She did not say that it's asleep.
You are now withdrawing that?
I'm withdrawing it.
Okay. Now, you said the function of the CSO was to protect the head of state.
Yes, my lord.
How come you were collecting cars, giving them, some of them to the president, the vice president, and the rest of them? Was that part of your function?
My lord, the villa, they are all part of the villa.
So they are part of the functions of the CSO?
Yes, my lord. And I only give it to the president-elect then. He was a president-elect, and the president had to cater for him, which is the office of the president.
Now, to your knowledge, for the 1 month you were in charge of Abiola,
Yes, my lord.
nobody was in charge of his tasting his food or drink, to your knowledge? Nobody.
You see,
Nobody. Can you remember that one?
there was nobody.
Nobody. That's all for him.
Cross-examination.
Okay.
Major Aliyu.
Yes, my lord.
Major Aliyu,
Yes, my lord.
you were the chief security officer to General Abdulsalami Abubakar.
Yes, my lord.
And if I get you correctly, you said your main duties were, 1, to protect Abdulsalami Abubakar as head of state,
Yes, my lord.
2, to protect his family,
Yes, my lord.
and 3, to protect the villa.
Yes, my lord.
Thank you very much. On the date that late Chief MKO Abiola was alleged to have died,
Yes, my lord.
Oh, sorry, that he died, sorry. You are in Aguda House, as you said, with him, and then some foreign people from America, specifically Thomas Peckling and other people.
Yes, my lord.
Thank you. Will I be correct to say that General Abdusalam Abubakar was not in that meeting?
He was not, my lord.
Who among these people were members of Abdusalam's family?
Nobody, my lord.
Thank you.
He was handed over to me like that.
Don't worry. Let me get to where we are going. Take it easy.
Come.
As Chief Security Officer to the head of state,
Yes, my lord.
what do you understand by daily information summary for the CNC?
It's written from SSS, the NIA, and
Thank you.
other
And if
sources.
you see a copy of one, maybe coming from the SSS, I'm very sure you will identify it.
I will.
Okay, show him this one. Where is the one?
It is one, my lord.
Thank you very much. My Lord, I seek to tender that in evidence.
He asked me to stand.
Exhibit what?
'72.
Thank you very much. Will you show him Exhibit 72?
My Lord, may I please seek the indulgence of...
Are you what?
may I seek your indulgence to allow him please sit down?
If he wants to, but we want to see his face.
Yes.
Huh?
When he's tired,
Watch
he can
his
sit and
demeanor.
stand up. Yeah.
Other older officers stood up the whole time.
They are
He's
older.
a young man. Go on, please. Did he complain to you that he was tired?
I asked him because...
Did he complain to you?
Yes. I saw him from here, the way he was standing.
All
That's
right.
why I asked if he would...
Are you tired?
Of standing.
Yes, my lord.
All right, sit down.
So look at, count 3 lines, count 10 lines from that report and start from the sentence there.
Yes, my lord. The American government also hopes that it could capitalize on a broad-based opposition to the present administration within NADECO to bring about democratic leadership in the country with or without Abiola. Cohesion and unity within NADECO.
Thank you. Wait, don't worry. To bring about political changes in Nigeria with or without Abiola. Is that stated there?
I've just read it. It's there.
It's stated there. Yeah. Will you want to reconfirm whether it's stated there?
It's there. I say I've just read it.
Okay.
It's here. Everybody
Okay.
heard.
Thank you. To your knowledge, when General Abdusalam took over the mantle of leadership of this country, you have confirmed just now that a lot of people were released.
Yes, my lord.
Will I be correct to say that one General Olusegun Obasanjo was among those released?
Yes, my lord.
Thank you very much. To your knowledge, for the purpose of releasing, let us assume all other suspects are not important, but we all know that he was once a head of state, Abi?
Yes, my lord.
Okay. Now, was there any delegation to confer with him for the purpose of his release?
I don't know, my lord.
You don't know?
Yes, my lord.
Okay. Take the same exhibit. Look at the last page and read paragraph 2.
Last page. Opponents of government as exemplified by General Obasanjo's recent unfortunate utterances in Washington, and the attached copy of a foreign publication containing downright but typical facilities credited to Ken Saro-Wiwa are having a field day portraying government in very bad light.
Thank you. Just stop at that. Washington, D.C. is in which, will I be correct to say that it's the United States of America?
Yes, my lord.
Okay. So putting the two now, look this way.
Yeah.
Putting the two.
Yeah. Yes, my lord.
With the present scenario.
Yes, my lord.
Wouldn't you help this commission to say that you, who was the chief security officer,
yes, my lord,
to Abdul Salam,
yes,
left
my lord,
Abdul Salam on his own and came back to protect people who are not members of his family, leading to the eventual death of Chief MKO Abiola? Don't worry, we are not saying you are responsible. Who was at that time under the custody of one ASP Zadok?
He was not under Zadok's custody.
Okay. You remember your testimony this morning?
Yes,
you
my
said
lord.
The flask from which tea was allegedly served on Abiola by Susan Rice,
yes, my lord,
does not contain 2 stomachs.
2 mouths.
Yes.
Yes, my lord.
No, 2 mouths. Did you say 2 mouths or?
I did not say stomach, I said mouth.
Okay.
Yes, my lord.
So which means you examine the flask to confirm that?
Yes, my lord.
Okay.
I've seen the flask, and it doesn't contain 2 mouths. I don't have to examine it, my lord.
Thank you. Okay, let's now go back to the car.
Yes, my lord.
The tinted car that you said was Abiola's car.
Yes, my lord.
It was not Zadok's car.
Yes, my lord.
Will I be correct to say that as at this time, Abiola was in detention?
As at now?
No, as at that date.
He was.
So, it was possible to, let me put it this way, to assign a car for a detainee.
My lord, when he's not in his right place where he's supposed to be.
Okay.
Because a detainee should not be with the CSO in the villa and keeping him and taking care of him.
Okay. Give him Exhibit 70. Exhibit 70 was the alleged handing over note between you and Major Hamza Al-Mustafa.
Yes, my lord.
Which you have admitted you did not sign.
Yes, my lord.
And it was in your possession and you found it convenient to tender it to this commission.
Yes, my lord.
Will you want to express any difficulty as to why you couldn't tender the handing over note between you and the present CSO?
Yes,
in which
my
you
lord.
allege that all these things were handed over to him?
Yes, my lord. The CSO, he traveled with the president. They came back yesterday also. I was not being able to get him.
Oh, you don't have your own copy?
I don't have. I have my own copy, but the annexes are with him.
Why didn't you tender that one? This one too has annexes.
I can tender it if you want. If you request for it.
Do you know one Lieutenant Colonel Abdul Qadir?
Which Abdul Qadir? There are so many Abdul Qadirs, Lieutenant Colonels. Which
What?
one? There are so many Lieutenant Colonels, Abdul Qadir. Which one are you talking about?
Which of them do you know? There is one from Mina. Let me put it that way, straight away, so that I solve your problem.
From Mina?
Yes.
I don't know his town. I don't know. The 2 people I know, I don't know their towns.
How many of the Abdul Qadiris you know that are Lieutenant Colonel in the Nigerian Army? How many?
My lord, I don't want to interrupt my learned friend, but I think progress can be made. If he wants a particular Abdul Qadri, he can help us to move
Can you
forward.
go on, please? Don't delay process. Go on, please. Is it a difficult question? Do you know Abdul Qadir? Huh? If you know there are 20, mention them.
You see, let me assist you. You had no problem knowing all that has happened, handing over, taking Abiola, everything. So if you begin to have problem now, doesn't it occur to you that you are a school witness?
I'm not having any problem. I'm just a school witness.
Okay. How many Abdul Kadri do you know, lieutenant colonels that are in Nigeria? I mean, at least the ones you know. We're not saying you must know all.
I know Lieutenant Colonel Abdul Kadri from intelligence school.
Intelligence school.
Yes, my lord.
This same Lieutenant Colonel Abdul Kadri was the CEO of Int Unit at the 82 Div, Enugu, when you took over power.
Yes, my lord.
Thank you. And the very first thing you did was to send Mustafa on posting to Enugu under the same Lieutenant Colonel Abdul Kadri.
I'm not in charge of posting. I'm in charge of posting.
I'm saying Abdul Salam's government.
I'm not Abdul Salam's
government.
government.
Was Mustafa posted to Enugu immediately after you took over from late Abacha?
Yes, he was.
And he was to report as an intelligence officer under Abdul Kadri.
Yes, my lord.
Thank you very much. It was from Enugu that you now move him to quickly come and search his house and remove all his bags. Are you, to your knowledge, are you aware?
I'm aware, my lord.
To your knowledge, he has been asking for those bags to be given to him. Have they been given to him?
The federal government have the bags. They are security properties. They are with the security unit.
Okay. You are a major.
Yes, my lord.
You are presently studying in the United States of America.
Yes, my lord.
That school where you are, is it an equivalent of our staff college, Jaji?
Yes, my lord.
Thank you very much. Will I be correct to say that our troops are equally giving concession to attend one in Pakistan?
Yes, my lord.
I will equally be correct to say that they have the same concession to attend another one in Ghana?
Yes, my lord.
Thank you very much. Who, for example, among your seniors, do you know that are serving in these two places? Either Ghana, Nigeria, or Pakistan at present? Forget about Nigeria.
On staff college?
Yes. Just your seniors in the military.
I can't remember any. But
I
know there are students there. I don't know the people there.
So you cannot remember any of your seniors that is presently serving in Ghana, Jaji, or Pakistan?
In Ghana, including Jaji?
Yes.
Including Jaji, members of 35th course are there, and I know almost all of them.
And they are your seniors?
Yes, my lord.
So you will agree with me that it's a privilege, according to you, to go to United States of America and study?
To everybody, it's a privilege that goes out.
It doesn't matter to you, Aliyu, in particular?
It's to everybody that travel out. It's a privilege.
It doesn't matter. Listen to me carefully. We are arriving at something. Is that a privilege?
Of course, anybody that travel out is a privilege.
Okay. Will I be correct to say that it is in recognition of your service in assisting, whether knowingly or unknowingly, in terminating the life of MKO Abiola, that you are rewarded to go to America and study?
Are you putting it to
Will I be correct? I'm putting it to you.
You are wrong.
Okay. I have one document here. Okay. You have talked about 500 million naira.
Yes, my lord.
And you said that money was handed over to you.
Through account, my lord.
Through account, thank you very much. And you said that as at the time it was handed over to you, it was a frozen account.
Yes, my lord.
Will I be correct to say that the account you are referring to is the First Bank account?
There are so many banks accounts, my lord.
Okay. Have a look at this photocopy of a checkbook, whether it represents that account.
I can't remember the numbers of the accounts.
You cannot
because
remember?
There are so many accounts.
Okay, thank you.
There are about 30 or so.
Bring that back first. I want to tender them together. Give him this one. Give him this one. This represents the statement of the account as at the date of handing over.
Yes, my lord.
It represents the statement of the account.
Yes, my lord.
What is the balance as at the date of handing over?
298 million. Whoa. Is this billion or what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 298 million 936,829 naira 9 kobo.
Thank you. My lord, may I at this stage tender from the bar the ledger? Yes, okay. I don't want him to, okay. I seem to tender that in evidence, my lord. The photocopy of the checkbook and the ledger regarding the account. Let us conclude this by reminding you of your oath as a Muslim to speak the truth.
Which I've been speaking since.
Thank you very much. Precisely on the 29th of May.
Ledger at the time of handing over is Exhibit 73. Mark it.
As the commission pleases.
Then you talked about check.
The photocopy of the check is there, yes, my lord.
Check should be 74 then.
74. Let me now remind you of your oath as a Muslim.
Yes, my lord.
Precisely on the 29th of May 1999.
Yes, my lord.
You handed the late General Abdulsalam Abubakar handed over power to Obasanjo.
Yes, my lord.
And then you were part of that ceremony.
Yes, my lord.
Will you be truthful enough?
Yes, my lord.
To state categorically whether 2504s, including one limousine, carried some cartons from Abuja to Mina containing this money?
I'm not aware of that, my lord.
You are not aware. Thank you. You arrived this country when? You came back from the United States of America when? When did you arrive Nigeria?
On Friday night.
On Friday.
Yes, my lord.
You have admitted that you undertook a visit to Asorok.
I didn't enter inside. I went to Aguda site, Aguda house site.
Is Aguda inside or outside Asorok?
Yes, my lord, it is.
Is it inside or outside?
It's good to specify so that those that don't know the
65.
difference.
Give us Exhibit 65. 65.
Okay.
Okay, pending when that exhibit is sorted out. Will I be correct to say that before Chief MKO came for the meeting,
Yes, my lord.
you told Zadok to prepare him because he was going to be released?
I did not tell him that, my lord.
You didn't tell him that?
No, my lord.
Okay. Letter dated 24th is Exhibit 64. 64 or 65. Letter dated the 24th from the presidency. Yeah? 68. Okay, give him Exhibit 68 and let him read paragraph 2.
I read paragraph 2. Having given due consideration to the request, His Excellency the President Commander-in-Chief has directed that maximum cooperation be extended to General Abubakar's lawyers.
Okay. And you remember that the Army headquarters have sent 2 letters on your behalf that you are not likely to appear because the course is ending in July or whatever. Mrs. Wando, will I be privileged to have those 2 letters, please? Learned Counsel for the Commission. The letters regarding the appearance of the witness from the Defense Headquarters. For whatever it is, there were 2 letters on your behalf. Are you aware? Explaining why you cannot come to the commission to testify.
It was only when I arrived here that I saw it.
Okay, that's okay. We don't even need letters. You have equally started your testimony this morning.
Yes, my
lord.
lord.
Saying that you could not come to testify because there was a disaster in US.
Yes, my lord.
So which of the 2 reasons will you want the commission to believe?
Which are the reasons? The letter arrived my school written by the DA or defense advisor in your embassy in Washington.
Me. Wait. Even before your appearance.
Yes, my lord.
There were 2 attempts by the defense headquarters to explain why you cannot come and give evidence.
I don't know.
You have seen.
I don't know.
Well,
I said it is when I came here that I learned about it. I have not even seen the letters.
Okay, don't worry. Yeah. 2, you have equally opened your testimony by saying that you could not come because of a disaster in US.
Yes, my lord.
And I said, for the purpose of putting records straight, which of the 2 reasons will you want the commission to believe?
My own reason, as far as I'm concerned,
should be believed.
The letter received in my school was dated about 9th of last month or so, and the incident took place on 11th. That was when we received the letter.
Okay.
In the school.
Let me put it to you that the maximum cooperation that government is asking from all government, they have equally asked you, and that was why you visited Asorok on your arrival at Aguda House. Ironically, the same Aguda House.
Are you putting it to me or are you saying that is what is
I'm putting it to you.
I said it's not true.
Okay.
Take it back.
Finally, Aliyu.
Yes, my lord.
Did you at any time withdraw the sum of 500 million naira?
Wow. From where?
Just
no, my lord.
You never did. Okay. Will I be correct to say that the 200 pounds, the $75 million and 500 million naira that were withdrawn a day after Abiola's death were handed over to you?
Nobody handed any money over to me.
I put it to you, Major Aliyu.
Yes, my lord.
That you are not telling the truth.
I'm telling the truth.
That's all for him, my lord.
Question.